All right, so now you said.
Yeah, so this is from CC from Occupational Therapy. So we're kind of hitting a plateau with Miss Annie because me and the physical therapist, we notice every time we come in the room, it's like immediately she has pain, and we just said hello, as soon as the idea of therapy gets brought up, it's like, oh, my back hurts, my knees really hurt, doesn't really want to participate. Just lately from occupational therapy, for getting dressed, she doesn't really need assistance for putting a shirt on. You can just hand it to her. She'll do it herself. For putting pants and stuff on, she needs a little bit more help getting them over her feet. And then also when she stands up, pulling them up above her bottom. Going to the bathroom, she's doing pretty good. When she is motivated, she can transfer with contact guard assistance, so just having your hand on her pant waist. And then she can do her own hygiene sitting, like wiping herself. Just needs help pulling up her pants and her brief, getting those on. Yeah, the biggest thing now is just her compliance. And from what I've talked with my coworker Chase about, he said, and I think you might have talked to him
quite a bit.
Yeah, how she will just get up and walk to the bathroom, and yeah, she will rarely do that. I have not seen her do that. I think he has witnessed it, but anytime with me, it's kind of a bit of a struggle to get her moving, really. But it sounds like she can do it, so it's more of just a choice. So from our point of view, we're kind of ready to discharge her after this initial appeal is up. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Because I don't think she's going to... I don't know how much we're going to get out of her, really, at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mom had gotten to where, even before the UTI, she would go to the bathroom, but then she would have some problems, changing herself. So she would just keep the depend on, poop and all. And I didn't know this till Christmas, when she needed to go to the restroom. And my brother, the bathroom downstairs is so placed in because it's under the stairwell. So you can't get a walker. You can barely get one or two. You can't even hardly get two people in there. So when I went in there and I saw that the pen that had stool in it that was as dry as dirt. So it had been on her a while. So she started keeping those wet Depends, those dirty Depends. So I think because it was so hard for her to change.
Yeah.
So that's nothing really new. The falls were coming from the urinary tract infection. That's why she ended up in the hospital and then here. I haven't seen her either. But my brother said she needed to go to the bathroom the other night. And they punched the button and nobody never showed up. So she said, well, I'm going to have to go. So you come and help me up. So he helped her get up out of the wheelchair. And from there, she took that walker and went in the bathroom, did the bathroom, went and washed her hands, and came back out there and he helped her sit down.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I said, no, Jimmy, you're kidding me, right? He said, no, I watched her. It's just the getting up out of the chair. So her sister's going to call her today and talk to her because I don't know how to get around that.
Yeah.
Because she wants to go home, but there's no way you can go home if you can't get yourself up out of a chair to go to the bathroom. She lives with my brother. They are at least 20 to 30 minutes from... I live in Smyrna. He lives in Murfreesboro. And even though the distance is not that bad, the traffic's so bad. So getting her to the bathroom every time she needs to go to the bathroom is going to be impossible. And as a man, he doesn't want to take his mama to the bathroom, and I can understand that. So that's my dilemma is when you discharge her from here, she's not well enough to go home. So is there something in between?
I mean, there are home health services you can get.
But they got to go live with you 24/7.
But then they can help at least with the transition. She can do it. We have seen her transfer. It's more a matter of if she wants to do it.
Oh, she can stand up out of the wheelchair?
We've worked on her with transfers and walking. It's just
But she did it on her own.
I didn't see it.
Oh.
Chase has seen it. He said they walked to the bathroom, to and from the bathroom.
Okay, now this is what Chase told me.
I've heard that she can do it.
Yeah.
But
she's
is it safe?
I mean, having someone to supervise, would be the best.
But when you say she can do it, the conversations Chase and I had was she cannot raise herself up out of the wheelchair. But after she's standing, she can do it. So that's what I think you're misunderstanding.
Okay.
She can't, and he and I even said, he said if it's a low place, she cannot raise up out of that wheelchair.
Yeah. Do you have? We can like look to get cushions in the wheelchair too, so her butt's a little higher up.
Yeah.
Things like that, and even an like a raised toilet seat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Yeah, we talked about that this
Yeah.
morning. Yeah. So, but I mean, she's not going to always be sitting on a raised toilet seat. She's going to be sitting on something at home.
Yeah.
So my concern is, or my desire is that she can get strengthened enough to be able to stand up. And I don't know if that's what you guys have worked on, or if you've been concentrating more on the walking. Walking, we got down pat. It's the standing up that we got to get her strong enough to do. We want her home. I don't like coming over here every day. You know, I got a life. I had to put my whole life on hold. I had to put my school on hold, which ain't got nothing to do with this, but I need to get her healthier before you start talking about kicking her out.
Well, we have been working on, upper extremity things as well. I don't know. With her, it's hard to gauge, like, how much her arthritis is actually hurting, or if it's just her, like...
Being spoiled.
Yeah,
tell it
because
like
she
it
doesn't
is.
want to do therapy. So that's where it's hard for me to actually use my clinical reasoning. Can she do it, or she's just putting on a show because she wants to get out of therapy, sort of thing. Because she's able to put on a shirt totally fine, so that's moving your arms all the way up. It is harder to get up from lower surfaces, but I don't know how much longer would you want to keep her.
If she can just get to the point to where she can push herself up, the rest of it's a piece of cake. I mean, because she would walk around the house, she could do all of that stuff. And I don't know what we're gonna do.
Because like in 1 week, I don't know how realistic that is. You know what I mean? Given like how her current age and where she's at now, and her arthritis pain, there's just a lot of factors. I mean, we can extend 1 more week just to focus more on like strengthening. But I think after that, it wouldn't be necessary to continue on for like another month.
Yeah. But she wants to go home. I mean, we want her to go home. We didn't want her to have to be away from home, period.
Yeah.
But that's just my concern. That's why she fell those 2 times. She was trying to get up out of bed, and she just fell. So I don't want to break in something. And then...
I can't remember, is anyone home with her during the day?
Yeah, Jimmy works from home.
Okay.
Unless he's having to go up to his office and meet a, policyholder or something.
Okay.
But he's there, and he
Yeah.
does all the cooking and do it.
Because she does a good job of letting you know when she's got to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
That's a good thing. She
Yeah.
knows when she has to go.
Yeah.
So if he's there and she can let him know, and then he just helps her, then she might not even need to have all the strength to do it on her own because she's got someone there.
Yeah, and then, like I said, pulling the pants up, that's an issue. I don't know what we're going to do about that one. Because you said she doesn't,
She can do it like halfway, She can pull it up in the front, and then maybe needs one last final pull up in the back. But for the most part, she does it.
Yes, and we've got a shower. I guess you call it a shower chair. That thing hooks up across the tub. And I brought it in because she won't get in that big. It's a huge hot tub in her bedroom. So I brought it to the sink, so she sits on that when she bathes.
Yeah, that's good.
So, and she, like you said, she could get it here, but then she couldn't get it on up. So
That's kind of where we're at with, from a therapy standpoint with her. Yeah.
So let me get an understanding. Are you saying that? How can I put this? When I did the appeal, when I got the approval yesterday on the appeal, he couldn't tell me how much longer. So the next time I get something that talks about her being discharged will be after you've submitted something from PT. Is that what makes that happen?
So if we submit a discharge from therapy, we have to give like a 5 to 7 day notice. So like if I put one in today, by next Friday she could go home. If that's too soon, we can put one in like Monday, so the following Monday she's going home, that sort of thing. The timeline is just, up to you guys what really works.
Okay,
best.
but it's based on what you put in, is what I mean. Information you give
That as well as your insurance. I think this last appeal was from insurance, gave a notice, not necessarily our appeal. So I'm not sure how much time you have left from what insurance allotted you.
Yeah, he couldn't tell me. He said that's something that's up to the facility, which he was talking. I thought he was talking about here.
So it would be an insurance notice. Insurance can come in. Now, insurance does look at the therapy notes. So if she's refusing or they feel like she's plateaued, then therapy will come in and say, okay, you can go. Depending on her days, therapy can keep, they feel like she's plateaued, then, they'll pull out. But therapy wouldn't come in unless they necessarily feel like they need to. So it's insurance can come in tomorrow and say, hey, you got to go Sunday. So that's just with the insurance thing. We don't really have any control over that.
Right. And she's not a candidate for a nursing home side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's just what I've been concerned about. Yes.
Do you want to keep her for one more week for therapy, and we can plan for a discharge? What would work next Friday?
We can shoot for that.
Does that work with you? Next Friday, or would you prefer let's look at the dates.
Yeah.